The reconstruction of a street is a detailed process that includes several different steps. Prior to the commencement of work, affected residents are asked to temporarily relocate their recreational vehicles from the project area until the new street is completed and approved for traffic. The first step of construction involves the underground utilities, including gas, water, sanitary, and storm sewers. If the existing gas or water main on your street is undersized or in poor condition, a new main may be installed along your street or at the affected intersections. Similarly, if the sanitary sewer on your street is undersized or in poor condition, it may also be replaced at this time. New gas, water mains, or sewers are placed on the edge of the street right-of-way, possibly under the sidewalk. Water mains are installed 5 to 6 feet deep, while the depth of the gas and sewer mains varies according to the area in which the pipe is located. Replacing old mains before the new street is installed decreases the chances of having to dig up the new street for repairs of a broken pipe after construction is completed. City workers or contractors complete the water and sewer installations, while the gas utility company is responsible for all gas main work and restoration. The removal of the old pavement surface is the next step in the process. This includes breaking up the old concrete or asphalt roadway and hauling away the rubble. This may include limited areas adjacent to the project area which are in poor condition and are repaired on a sectional basis. During this phase of construction, you will not be able to drive to your home and must park in the designated areas on adjacent streets. Once the old pavement material has been removed, excavation begins for the installation of any needed storm sewer lines. As with the water and sanitary mains, if the existing storm sewer line is undersized, in poor condition, or needs to be extended, new pipe is installed at this point of the process. Once installed, the new storm sewers will carry away rainwater or melted snow that falls on front yards and on the street surface. Some catch basins may be outfitted with restricted covers, which slow the rate of drainage from the street. This may result in temporary ponding of water in the street during rainstorms. This is by design in order to protect basements from flooding during periods of heavy rain. With the gas, water main, sanitary sewer, and storm sewers addressed, the contractor now turns his attention to any excavation or undercut that is necessary to build the new street. Excavation is the process of reducing the level of the earth below the street to allow the new concrete street to be placed at the proper grade to create positive drainage. To undercut means to remove any pockets of poor weight-bearing soil so that the new street will have a proper foundation. Undercut material typically consists of topsoil, muck soil with a high content of organic materials, and even old tree stumps or debris that was buried many years ago when the street was originally constructed. During the process of excavating and undercutting, shallow utility services are frequently discovered. Utility companies are contacted and requested to adjust their service connections to the affected houses so that they will not pose a conflict with the construction of the new street. The contractor then begins the installation of the necessary base materials and edge drains. The base material consists of crushed concrete, rock, or limestone, which is placed on the roadbed as a solid platform on which to place the new concrete pavement. The edge drains consist of perforated plastic pipes, which drain excess water from the roadbed area. The base material varies in thickness from a few inches to several feet, depending on the ground conditions that exist in the immediate area. After the base material has been put in place, the aggregate is compacted using a vibratory roller. This piece of equipment compacts the base material to eliminate any air pockets or soft spots. When the compaction process is completed, the base is checked by the inspector to make certain that the contractor has achieved the required minimum compaction rating. When the compaction is approved, the contractor begins the final grading process. This consists of shaping and leveling the base material to conform to the planned grades as established by the city engineer. When the base material is in place, shaped, and compacted, the contractor then installs the metal rail forms along the edges of what will be the new street. These forms serve to establish the back of the new curb and act as rails on which the tail drag rides. The tail drag is a piece of equipment that is pulled along the rail forms to shave the base material to its final contour. When the inspector has given final approval to the base, the paving machine is brought to the site and placed on the rail forms. Concrete is delivered to the job site in transit trucks and dumped in front of the paving machine. The paving machine is propelled forward over the aggregate, distributing, leveling, and smoothing the concrete as it goes forward. The concrete finishers follow behind the paving machine, providing the final finish to the road surface and making final adjustments to the shape of the curb. As the concrete begins to set up, the surface is sprayed with a white curing compound that keeps the concrete from drying too quickly. After the concrete is cured properly, the contractor saws or hand cuts control and expansion joints in the new street. These joints relieve structural stresses in the concrete, thereby limiting future random cracking in the street surface. The joints also allow for cement expansion and contraction, which are caused by the hot summer and cold winter temperatures. These joints are later sealed with hot tar to keep moisture out of the concrete roadbed. After the new concrete street has been poured, there will be a period of time while the concrete is curing, when limited construction traffic will be using the road, but you will still not be able to drive to your home. The amount of time varies according to conditions. However, it usually takes from 10 to 14 days for the concrete to reach sufficient strength to allow general traffic to use the road. During this time, the contractor will install driveway approaches and any missing or damaged sidewalks. The approaches and sidewalks will be formed up and poured by laborers and finishers without the assistance of any special paving equipment. As with the new street, there will be a period of time which you will not be able to drive on your new approach until the concrete cures. However, by this stage in the project, you should be able to park on the street until your driveway is accessible. After the completion of the concrete work, the contractor begins the final step in the process. This step includes the restoration of the area along the new street, the spreading of topsoil, and the landscaping of the area with new sod. To ensure that the new sod immediately starts to grow, the contractor will water with spray trucks initially. However, residents are encouraged to water it on a regular basis. As the street name and traffic control signs are put back up, you will begin to realize that the project is finally nearing completion. Construction of the street and its utilities has caused you many inconveniences. However, the smooth ride and improved appearance will make it all worthwhile. If you have any questions during the construction process, please call the Community Development Department at 248-583-0831. That's 248-583-0831.